Michio Morishima was a Japanese economist, mathematician and econometrician, who was a faculty member at the London School of Economics from 1970 to 88 as the Sir John Hicks Professor of Economics. He was also Emeritus Professor of Osaka University and a member of the British Academy. In 1976 he was a recipient of the Order of Culture, a lifetime award that is Japan's equivalent of a Nobel Prize. He studied economics and sociology under Yasuma Takada. In 1946 he graduated Kyoto University and taught at Kyoto University and Osaka University, and he established Institute of Social and Economic Research of Osaka University with Yasuma Takada. In 1968 he went to Britain and taught at University of Essex, LSE. In 1960 he established with Nobel laureate Lawrence R. Klein from the Economics Department of the University of Pennsylvania the International Economic Review, which grew to become one of the leading journals in economics in the world. In 1965 he became the first Japanese president of the Econometric Society. It is said that the most enthusiastic supporter of Morishima was John Hicks. He was the originator of the project that resulted in the establishment of the Suntree Toyota Foundation and the Suntree and Toyota International Centers for Economic and Related Disciplines at LSE. He was SDICERD's first chairman. In 1991 he was elected an honorary fellow of the LSE. Research. His principal interests were in general equilibrium theory, the history of economic thought, and capitalist economic systems. Morishima's economic theory worked towards the accommodation of von Neumann's 1937 multisectoral growth model to a general equilibrium model. His research reviewed the works of Marx and Walras, considering the work of these theorists to be Ricardian. His research worked to show that the modification of him along von Neumann lines elucidates the theoretical similarities and differences between the positions. His publications included Equilibrium, Stability and Growth, Theory of Economic Growth, Marx's Economics, The Economic Theory of Modern Society, Why Has Japan Succeeded, and The Economics of Industrial Society. Education. 1946 graduated Faculty of Economics, Kyoto University. Professional experience. 1948 Assistant at Kyoto University. 1950 Lecturer at Kyoto University. 1950 Assistant Professor at Kyoto University. 1951 Associate Professor at Osaka University. 1963 Professor of Economics at Osaka University. 1966 Professor of ISA at Osaka University. 1968 Visiting Professor at University of Essex. 1969 Keynes Visiting Professor at University of Essex. 1970 Professor at London School of Economics. 1982 Sir John Hicks Professor at London School of Economics. Publications. Major works of Michio Morishima. Michio, On the Laws of Change of the Price System in an Economy which Contains Complementary Goods. Osaka EP. Morishima, Michio, Consumer Behavior and Liquidity Preference, Econometrica. Morishima, Michio, An Analysis of the Capitalist Process of Reproduction, Metroeconomica. Morishima, Michio, Notes on the Theory of Stability of Multiple Exchanged Res. Morishima, Michio, A Contribution to the Nonlinear Theory of the Trade Cycle, ZFN. Morishima, Michio, A Dynamic Analysis of Structural Change in a Leontief Model, Economica. Morishima, Michio, Prices, Interest and Profits in a Dynamic Leontief System, Econometrica. Morishima, Michio. Some properties of a dynamic Leontief system with a spectrum of techniques. Econometrica. Morishima, Michio. Existence of solution to the Walrasian system of capital formation and credit. ZFN. Morishima, Michio. On the three Hicksian laws of comparative statics. Res. Morishima, Michio. A reconsideration of the Walras-Castle-Leontief model of general equilibrium in Arrow. Kenneth J. Carlin, Samuel Supps, Patrick. Mathematical Models in the Social Sciences, 1959. Proceedings of the First Stanford Symposium. Stanford Mathematical Studies in the Social Sciences, IV. Stanford, California. Stanford University Press, pp. 63-76, ISBN 9780804700214. Morishima, Michio. Economic Expansion and the Interest Rate in Generalized von Neumann Models. Econometrica. Morishima, Michio. Proof of a Turnpike Theorem. The no joint production case. Res. Morishima, Michio. Aggregation in Leontief matrices and the labor theory of value, with F. Seaton. Econometrica. Morishima, Michio. Generalizations of the Frobenius-Wieland theorems for non-negative square matrices. J. of London Mathematical Society. Morishima, Michio. The stability of exchange equilibrium, and alternative approach. IR. Morishima, Michio. Equilibrium, Stability and Growth. A multi-sectoral analysis. Morishima, Michio. A refutation of the non-switching theorem. QJ. Morishima, Michio. A few suggestions on the theory of elasticity. Keizai-Hioron. Morishima, Michio. Theory of economic growth. Morishima, Michio. A generalization of the gross substitute system. Res. Morishima, Michio. Consumption investment frontier, wage profit frontier and the von Neumann growth equilibrium. ZFN. Morishima, Michio. The working of econometric models. 1972. Morishima, Michio. Marx's Economics, a dual theory of value and growth. Morishima, Michio. Theory of demand, real and monetary, with co-authors. Morishima, Michio. The economic theory of modern society. Morishima, Michio. The Frobenius theorem, its Solow-Samuelson extension and the Kuhn-Tucker theorem, with T. Fujimoto, J. Math. Morishima, Michio. Walras's Economics, a pure theory of capital and money. Morishima, Michio. Value, exploitation and growth, with G. Catafors. Morishima, Michio. The Cournot-Walras arbitrage resource-consuming exchange in competitive equilibrium, with M. Majumdar, in homage of François Pérou. Morishima, Michio. Why has Japan succeeded? Western technology and the Japanese ethos. Morishima, Michio. The good and bad uses of mathematics, in Wiles and Ruth. Editors, Economics in Disarray. Morishima, Michio. The Economics of Industrial Society. Morishima, Michio. Morishima, Michio. Ricardo's Economics. Morishima, Michio. General Equilibrium Theory in the 21st Century. E.J. Morishima, Michio. Capital and Credit, a new formulation of general equilibrium theory. Morishima, Michio. Capital and Growth, in Homuda, The Legacy of Hicks. Morishima, Michio. Dynamic Economic Theory. Morishima, Michio. Why Will Japan Collapse?